What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. If you have a Mark IV Golf or GTI, you've probably always wondered how a replica R32 bumper fits. And in today's episode, we're gonna find out. I recently picked up this bumper from eBay from Icon Motorsports for $300 shipped USD. So let's check this thing out. As you can see, the appearance looks awesome. It looks pretty much exactly like an R32 bumper. The only bummer is this mesh, which has this silver color, but we're gonna paint that black. You can also see that it has the mountain tabs and bumper guides, similar to an OEM bumper. It also is some sort of polyurethane material, which is awesome. It's not that cheap fiberglass. So fitment wise, I'm pretty excited as to how this might go. First glance, it looks awesome. But before we start fitting it, I did want to fix one problem currently. I think from bottom out and rubbing and stuff, the fender alignment is way off. So I'll show you guys the gap currently. But we're gonna fix that first with the OEM bumper, just to make sure we have a good starting point before we put on the replica. So let's just point it out real quick and get that sorted out. So as you can see, there's this huge gap right here and here. Looks like the fender is pushed up quite a bit. We're also going to be utilizing the same type of quick mount fittings to mount the bumper, so we're not going to be using the OEM guides or anything like that. But the first thing that we're going to do is just fix this, and then we'll have a good starting point for our new bumper. It was at this point that I realized that most of the misalignment was actually because of the core support on the driver's side sagging a little bit versus the fender. So what I ended up doing is taking off the bumper and realigning everything. I used a jack to raise the driver's side of the core support, and I held it up while I tightened everything down. And after some tweaking, the fitment is much better. So now we can move on to installing the new R32 bumper. We're going to use the existing top mounts for the bumper. The replica actually has provisions for that, which is sweet. So we'll use that to hold it in place, and then we're going to use our quick release fasteners on the sides where the guides are. All right, well I think we're in pretty good shape. I'm liking how this area is hugging to the headlight, and everywhere else seems pretty good. We're gonna have to pull up the sides here, and it seems like this should fit really good. As you can see, we'll have this mount right here, and this will tuck in right there. I think our only issue is this side, where it seems like it's hitting the intercooler piping over here. So what we'll do is just remove the mesh so we can kind of see everything, and possibly remove the intercooler piping if needed to get the fitment sorted out. Alright, so it looks like this is the area right here that we're going to have to trim, right where this intercooler piping is coming through, and that will allow us to push this back, get the fitment that we need. So with a NA car, obviously non 1.8T without a front mount, you should be fine, but we'll have to make special provisions for this car. So for the fasteners, what we're going to do is just put some grease or paint on this side, and then line this up, and then wherever it hits on the bumper, we're going to drill out a corresponding hole. So if you guys haven't seen these quick release fasteners, they're actually really cool. They have this little ball right here that fits on the receiver side, which gets installed on the bumper, and you just push it into place and that locks it in. And then to release, you just press the middle button, if you will, and pops it right off. Super easy to install. You just have your ball, which is basically like a stud on this side with nuts and lock nuts, and then this just gets installed on the bumper with this nut right here, and then you just adjust it to fit, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to use 2 of these, one here and then one probably over here, just to have it hug as closely as it can to this fender. The bumper was kind of sticking out over here where it meets the fender, so what we're going to do is loosen these and thread our rod in a little bit more, just so we could get the bumper to hug this fender line a little bit better. Alright, so that's much better. As you can see, this is pretty much flush with the fender. Now the only area we have to address is added another fastener right here, just to push this in a little bit more, but otherwise this is starting to look pretty good. Alright, well we finally got this bumper installed, and I gotta say I am blown away with the fitment and quality. For 300 bucks you really can't go wrong. I would say that this is probably the best aftermarket body piece I've pretty much ever worked with. I think you'd be hard pressed to distinguish this bumper from an actual R32 bumper, besides the mesh of course, but the actual quality as well as design, everything is really spot on. So I would highly recommend this piece if you're looking to upgrade the appearance on your Mark IV. And the last thing we'll do in today's episode is give this GTI a nice thorough cleaning. And that is going to do it for today's episode. In the next part of this series, we'll paint the bumper as well as install a roof spoiler, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.